What's going on? How are you doing today? I want everyone to see how bright it is outside still, which is why my streams are starting so late. It's 8:30 p.m. Pacific. It's funny, but I sometimes during the summer, once we get closer to summer, if you remember, I will start my live streams at 8:35 p.m. Pacific, which sounds crazy to just, it sounds silly to wait just a few more minutes, but believe it or not, it's bright. It is very bright outside. As you can see in the scope cam, it looks like it's like 6 o'clock. How is everyone doing? Let me know where you're watching from. I will point my Seestar at both Seestars at a bright target right now, like a bright star, which is what I usually do before I decide to do any imaging. Let's see. That's the cool thing about Seestar, is that I can, with, like, for instance, Dwarf, you kind of have to wait until there's stars that are visible. But with Seestar, you don't really have to wait till it's too dark, which is pretty cool. Let me know also if you're imaging tonight. Shout out to Stealth, channel member. What's going on, Stealth? And thanks to all of you channel members that watched the live stream or joined me earlier. I did a pre-show live stream for specifically for channel members. We talked about some of the targets that we're going to image tonight. So that was pretty fun. And thanks for all of you who joined later on as well, who ended up watching it later, the replay. So Fish 45 in the house. Jim Carter, good evening to you too. Hey, Craig Campbell is in Portland. All right, Craig. Awesome. No problem at all. That's cool. Space Girl is also back. Loving it. Hey, Neon. What's going on? Shout out to all these channel members that are on right now. This is awesome. Shout out to everyone that's on as well. Space Girl is doing Splinter. All right. You got me pumped. Let's it's getting a little darker little by little. Let's go ahead and get these scopes pointed somewhere first. I want to just get to a star and sync. That's my usual routine every single time. Usually I do it before I get on the live stream, but I was just waiting for it to get dark. So let's get both of these. Digital Dawn. Let's go, Seestars. We got the S50 and the S30 Pro tonight. We are going to test the aircraft elimination, aircraft trail elimination feature, which I'm excited about. I have already tried it, but I want to continue trying it. We hear a lot of mixed reviews on this. I want to continue testing this new firmware, making sure everything is good. And I will show you guys also where, or just to confirm for you to see that I do have the aircraft elimination feature should be on, but I'll double check to make sure that that's on. Astro Emma, thank you for joining again tonight. Good to have you back. Thanks, Stealth. I made it. I made it. I made it through. We talked about Bigfoot a little bit. Someone mentioned Bigfoot. It was Jim in the pre-show live stream earlier today. Good evening, Otto. Thank you for joining. I'm about to end the poll. I want to know if anyone's imaging tonight. Remember, the poll is anonymous. I don't know who votes, who does what. Neon. Oh, you're doing Whirlpool right now. Okay, great, 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 great. Very cool. So you just reminded me, I recently did, and you're doing the anti-trails. Okay, good. Let us know, Neon, how that turned out. I know we were talking about that earlier in the live stream that, earlier today. Now that you said M51, actually earlier this week, I did, or I guess Monday, I did M51, and I decided to do it on 20 seconds on my S30 Pro and with on EQ mode, and I had an insane amount of stacked fails. I don't know why, but it was pretty bad. So anyway, I don't know what happened. Anyway, right now, I don't see Arcturus there in the center. I feel like it would be very bright. Hey, Kavik. Is it because it's not dark enough? Wait, no, that's weird. How's my other one going? How's the S50? Okay, a little off-centered. But you know what? It'll do. That I leveled it to very near 0.02. We'll go ahead and sync it. That's fine. Okay. Oh, wait. I have to show you guys. Hold on. So I'm going to do 10 seconds. Aircraft eliminating is officially on. There we go. I see Arcturus on the S30 Pro now. That's good. That's good. Let's go. Let's do this one. Let's try it. Oh. Let's do Needle Galaxy. We're going to try it. We're going to hop around. Oh, okay. S30. Oh, no. I lost S30 Pro. What happened? No. Really? Okay. What's going on? Come on, S30 Pro. You got this. I just want to sync. Sync. I need to stop enhancement. Okay, that's all right. We'll stop it. Oh, and just here we go. Let's show the aircraft elimination trails is on. Guys, so auto LP filter, aircraft line eliminating is on. Guys, I am very, very much near one major airport and two other smaller airports, but still big airports here. Number one airport, only 30 miles from here. So what I'm trying to say is I get a lot of, there's a lot of aircraft all the time here, all the time. As a matter of fact, if you really pay attention to the back of the scope cam back here, sometimes you'll see aircrafts. So it's I'm in a good spot for that. Never thought I would want as many satellite and aircraft trails as much as possible tonight, but it's because we're testing this stream. And did I stop this from capturing? I want to sync it. So I'm about 30 or 35 miles from Los Angeles International Airport. Super busy airport. I'm also near two other airports, the John Wayne Airport and the Long Beach Airport here in California. So Burbank also has an airport, which is about 35 miles out. The other ones are about 15 or so miles from me. So there's a lot of aircraft around here all the time. There's also aviation schools out here in this county. So these planes are night and day out here. Okay, I sync this, right? Okay. Let's go. Here's to hoping to start trails and all kinds of trails and seeing how this is going to work in action tonight. M53. Let's hop to some different clusters. This is good. This is good. I also want to make an announcement about Dwarf Lab that I recently found out. You know what? Airline traffic. Yeah, I would say there is a lot of traffic, but once I'm getting closer to that airport. Yeah. Okay, we can already see Needle Galaxy a little bit here. Wow, that was kind of quick. I'm surprised. I don't remember the last time I did Needle Galaxy, especially on a live stream. But that was quicker than what I thought. All right, we're going to end this poll. Hold on a sec, guys. End the poll. What was I going to say? I wanted to announce something about Dwarf Lab that was really, really cool, and I hope that Seestar jumps on that bandwagon too. I just found this out. It's not like... It's public news, but only if they just recently did a live stream, which I thought was kind of cool. And they talked about some upcoming features for the Dwarf. I thought it was awesome, and yeah, and I wanted to share it with you guys just because I'm like, is Seestar gonna do that? I hope so, because a lot of people are asking for it. Wow, M53 is tiny. Well, you know, it's big, but it looks small. Let's turn on dynamic background extraction. Digital Dawn asking... I'm not sure, Dawn. You know what? Because when I was last trying it, I stayed on the same object the whole night. So I'm not sure. We'll find that out. I feel like maybe once it's on, just like the 4K thing, just like the other options on there. But we will find out. Remind me that when we switch targets to check that out. Okay, what did y'all say in the poll? Most of you are not imaging because of bad weather. Oh man, what? What a bummer. Guys, pay attention if you see a star trail and I miss it, because I think it'll discard the image. I don't know how quickly it's going to do it, because last time like I said, I tried doing the aircraft trail eliminating thing the other day. I only did it on one object, and I had the Dwarf Mini out plus the Seestar, and I must not have been paying attention hard enough, but I did see star trails on my Dwarf, but not on the Seestar. But you know, it's kind of different frames, different field of view, and a bit, you know. So I even though they're both 30mm, but you guys know what I mean. One is more zoomed in, one is more zoomed out, like the S30 Pro is more zoomed out, wider field of view and stuff. But anyway, I wasn't sure how well that feature works, and I'm hearing so many mixed reviews about it. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, hopefully tonight. And we'll be hopping around to different targets too. Different areas of the sky too. Maximize our chance of getting trails. The stars are pretty nicely well-rounded. How are the winds right now? 7 miles per hour? 7 mile per hour winds. The moon, I believe, is going to be rising very, very, very soon. Or is already rising. It's already rising, I should say. So pay attention for me if you see a trail and while I'm talking, I don't even realize it. Because I really want to pay attention to that. Let's open up Sky Guide on here. And the moon is right here somewhere. Yep, it's coming. It's coming up. There we go. It's gonna be coming up soon. Okay. Okay, guys. Something super interesting I want to mention about that Dwarf Lab mentioned. They one of them which we just got, which is Star Trail Elimination. Dwarf Lab, I don't know if anybody's watching that has a dwarf, any dwarf, a Dwarf Mini, whichever one. Dwarf Lab has confirmed that their team is working on supporting Mega Stack for Star Trails to help remove also unwanted satellite or airplane trails in a future update. Estimated to arrive within 3 months. I'm not sure if that's going to include regular stargazing or stacking, but they mentioned, but let's hope. But I thought that was kind of cool that they're jumping on that too. The Star Trail elimination, satellites, plane elimination trail thing. They also mentioned, which I think Seestar needs to do, is that they are currently working on a Windows. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I don't misquote. While there is currently no native Windows or Mac app for Dwarf Lab to control your dwarf scope, their team is working on an updated API where they anticipate control for Windows or Mac will be available in the very near future. I believe they mentioned even by the end of the year. Everybody's asking Seestar about this too. I already control Seestar from my Mac, but I know a lot of people are asking about Windows. And if they can just have, if they can just have an app, for Windows, that would be cool. I don't use Windows. I only use it for my work, like my regular job is the only time I use Windows, but my work laptop. But for regular, my everything else, I'm using my other day-to-day stuff and streaming, live streaming, everything with Seestar, Mac, and I'm always using iPads. So yeah. Jim is setting plan mode for NGC 7000. North America, right? What is that? North American Nebula, right? Yeah. Very, very cool. Hit the like button, guys, if you're loving this, and if we want more people to join this stream. If you want me to continue doing these kinds of live streams, make sure you hit the like button. That's anonymous as well, so I don't know who hits the like or not, but that would be cool to see more likes, because YouTube algorithm likes that stuff and it'll push out this stream to other people that are looking for Seestar or telescope or live streams. And it also lets me know that you actually enjoy watching this and that you want me to do more of this. What? Nine failed? This has been happening to me lately, and since the latest firmware update, where I'm having all the stacks failed. So I was hoping that because I'm using Alt Azimuth, maybe it would be a little bit less, because last time I was on EQ and it was super windy. So I'm like, okay, maybe it was the wind, but sometimes everything is fine. I have no, let me check S30 Pro. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I think that's pretty bad. M53, let's hop. Let's hop. This one's pretty high up too, right? East. It's all right. It's all right. M13. Trying to get this Needle Galaxy, but the moon is going to keep washing this stuff out. But clusters are good. Pete Jones watching from New Jersey. Let's hope not. Let's hope we have no ruined. I don't know. Have you guys noticed anything with no, just the other day on one of the forums I saw someone mentioned that they did like imaging for 2 hours and no dropped stacks or something, or 2 or 3 hours or something. So I don't know if it's just me out here. I don't know. I'm not sure why. Has anybody been experiencing the less dropped frames? Because I really thought that they had fixed that. It was going really well for me. Stargazing mode stacking failed. Image was discarded. And now I have a warning, ignored more stacked fails. And I'm on 10 seconds. Last time I thought it was because it was super windy. I was on EQ 20 seconds. Let's try and do that. Usually it's wet. Oh, I see. Can you guys see that? There's actually a plane. I can actually see it in the scope cam, but it looks... Can you guys see that? Oh, we have a trail. We have a trail. We have a trail. Guys. Very faint. I don't even know if you can see that. I was about to point with my finger. Alan Stealth just bought 5 coffees. $25 donation. Thank you so much, Stealth. Oh, the line is gone, guys. Did anybody see that? I got distracted by the donation. There was a trail literally right here. Literally right here. It's gone. It's gone. If you rewind the stream, you might be able to see that. There was a very faint trail. Whew. Okay, I gotta pay attention to that. We gotta pay attention to this. It was very faint, but it was for sure there. And as a matter of fact, thank you so much, Stealth, for the donation. Plus being a channel member. I'm going to rewind my own stream because I have it up. See if I can see it. Where is it? Yep. Yep. You can see it. You can see it. You can see it. You can see it if you rewind it. Right after I remove the chat. Right before the donation. You can see it. So, okay. Let's see if we get any like worse ones, because my understanding also is that the more prominent the trail, like the thicker or brighter, like it doesn't work as well. But I don't know, because I just haven't noticed that difference. So Our Lady is saying your Seestars have been working fine after this update. No issues, no major issues with stacked fails. Oh, you know what? You know what, guys? I'm not going to zoom in that much because we could be missing trails. I never thought I'd say that. We care about trails today. We want trails. There's some field rotation there because I'm on alt azimuth. There might have been trails on here and we don't know because I was zoomed in. We want trails. Okay. This is going to be kind of hilarious for people who are going to be watching this playback. Don't let me miss a trail. My frame, okay, Fish 45, your frames dropped have been excellent. Okay, which means no, very few. Had 3 drops over 90 minutes. All right, now I'm getting a little bit jealous. Then what's happening with mine? Look at that. Well, that's great. I mean, that's really good. Hold on. I'm checking again now that we're on a different object. Look at this. Stack 16, ignored 5. That is bad. That's bad. Okay, but yours has been just fine. 3 drops in 90 minutes. I'll take that. In EQ mode? Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly not even doing anything different. I'm honestly not even doing anything different. Let me check what objects are like south or southwest. Yeah, southwest. Not the best area of the sky for me here, but it does have the most, literally the most trails or aircraft traffic out there, a lot. Oh, hell, the trails. Never thought we'd say that. Oh, okay, Pete. Good to know, but not sure. You're not sure, though, what exactly it was. Well, you know, and I think if it was the trails, we would be seeing them. Oh, somebody mentioned a very interesting comment about this trail removing feature, that if they could just, instead of discarding that stack, they would just keep the good part of it and just remove the trail. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if that's too advanced for Seestar ZWO to do, but does that make sense if they just don't fully discard that stack, but just keep it and remove the trail? Keep the good stuff, remove the trail. Thought that was kind of cool. I'm checking other. I don't know what it is, Stealth. You know, and what's funny is I never really complain about the updates breaking my Seestar. As a matter of fact, I've never really had that problem, and I've never understood when people feel that it does break their Seestar. But this would kind of be the first time for me that after an update, I noticed this weirdness about the stack. But it doesn't make sense for it to be inconsistent too, where it works for some, works for, you know, doesn't work for others. So it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. But I'm doing the same setup, the same, where I always, you know, and it shouldn't even matter, right? It shouldn't even matter where I even set up my Seestars. I could be going to a different location every night. It should still work the same. But, you know, of course, if the weather, if there's, I don't know, if it's extra windy or the seeing conditions aren't good or the transparency, I get that. But I have very clear skies. I see an aircraft back there, but not in the direction, obviously, of where the scopes are pointing. But I can see them. I can see the flashes of light in the back of my scope cam. There's actually a few little specks, not stars, though those were flashes of the aircraft. Okay, you see this? This is great. This is great. Kavik. And you're doing 20 seconds. And, you know, I went down to 10 seconds because I was doing 20 a few days ago. And I thought maybe, you know what, let me try 10 seconds instead. Nope, I'm still having these stacked fails. All right, we're going to hop. We're gonna hop to another one. Oh, some other interesting news I wanted to mention. Let me get to another object first. We're gonna be hopping. We are going to be hopping. Is this too low? No, that's good. That's good. Let's try this for just a little bit. We're gonna be switching around. I read on Space News that, which some of you might find this hilarious because we've been waiting a long time. TCRB, Corona Borealis, expected for the end of June. I don't know how accurate that may or may not be, but I read that on Space News. And who knows, but that would be cool. We can get that so-called new star in the sky. If we would be able to see that, but we have been waiting for that one. That was supposed to be a year ago, but let's see what happens. Oh, Neon, you were telling me about that earlier in the live stream. The save each frame is on for 30 minutes. I was gonna tell you earlier in the pre-stream that when I did M51 earlier this week at 20 seconds EQ, I didn't have save each frame on, but I was doing the star trail elimination thing, the aircraft elimination trail thing. And I did have my image was, my image did save. My image was there. Okay, we're gonna check that. Oh my goodness. Shout out Stealth. Channel member donation tonight. Bought me 5 coffees. Fueling this stream plus 5 gifted memberships. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay. I kind of don't want to waste time on, that sounds crazy that I'm going to say this, but waste time on AID noise, even though I really want to do it, but we're looking for trails. I'm going to stop this, make sure it's saved. Hey, Neon, not even saved in your, like, on your device, like on your tablet or on your phone or on your computer? Mine is right here. I didn't have save each frame on though. Stargazing, yeah, it's just right here. Oh, this is the old one from a year ago, and this is the one today. That's a good tip from Digital Dawn. S30 Pro. You're doing your S30 Pro. Okay. Let us know. I see the aircraft right there on not on the Seestars, but it's right back here where my cursor is. There it goes. Not in the direction of the where the Seestars are pointing, but I've seen several aircraft back here, airplanes. Oh, let's check. Okay, dynamic background extraction comes off every time I switch object. Let's check. Okay, aircraft line eliminating remained on. But the auto DBE, can you guys see that? The auto DBE, I had to turn it back on right now that I switched objects, but once again, just to emphasize that, aircraft line eliminated stayed on. As long as you have it on, I'm going to check the S50 as well. Yep. As long as you have it on, it's going to stay on. Great. Let's see if I have less stacked fails. Like, what is... Look at that. Already ignored 2 and only 18. Neon, I don't know if this is going to be good advice or not, but could you try turning off save each frame and see if it'll at least, and just image for like a couple minutes and stop the image and make sure it saves to your album there on your Seestar. Just do something very quick and see if it'll save at least one thing. If it still doesn't work, I would definitely recommend submitting a bug report under the help customer service in your app. We are getting Whirlpool in there already. Wow, it's literally telling me stacking failed like in my S30 Pro. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say this should have nothing to do with star trails too, because I don't think it's doing this because of star trails, or excuse me, because of aircraft or satellite trails. Look at this, constantly ignoring stacks. Anybody, I'm sure a lot of you guys might know by now. The Blue Origin explosion, insane explosion in Florida. I feel really bad for the people that live near there just because of the insane damage to the environment and who knows what else around there. But I thought that was wild because NASA just awarded them that they're gonna get to do, is it the lunar, for the next Artemis missions, like they were between SpaceX and Blue Origin, and I was in shock. So Blue Origin is supposed to do the next lunar rovers for Artemis, if I'm not mistaken. And now this is gonna super set back. Oh, I just found the little news report, and which was right before this explosion. Can I pull that up? Well, I don't wanna miss a trail. But so NASA was between a SpaceX. Are we going to use SpaceX or Blue Origin? I wasn't surprised that they chose Blue Origin, and I thought that maybe because it would be a bit cheaper, a few millions less. I don't know. That's my own personal thought on that. But you know, then this thing happens with the explosion, which is wild. I don't know if that's gonna push back the mission or if they're just gonna be like, okay, SpaceX, can you guys help us with this instead and give us a discount? I don't know, but yeah, this is wild. Adrian, that was big. Yes. Guys, do you see Sombrero Galaxy? I'm not, I would zoom in, but I want to make sure that, there it is. But I just want to make sure that we're getting the trails. We got to get the trails. Okay, thank you, Stealth. I cleared cache. Let me check my memory on both of them, but I cleared cache on my S50 right before the stream. So I'll check the storage, the memory. Wow. Yeah. And I know weather can be a factor too, but you know, like windy, but at the same time, I have sometimes way worse winds than this when I've live streamed. It might be at 8 to 10 miles per hour, and I have almost no. It does pretty good. It doesn't discard it, not as much as this. But thank you for reminding me about the storage. I'll check that out. I will check that. I just don't want to leave I don't want to leave this these pages right now. The stargazing right now. It does make it easier for SpaceX. Dawn, I'm gonna look up these Artemis missions now, like, because first it's, what is it? Artemis 3, targeted for mid-2027. I want to show this to you guys, but I don't want to miss if we get a satellite trail. So Artemis 2, Artemis 1 already happened. Artemis 2 just happened. Artemis 3 is targeted for mid-2027. And it will test the landing systems in low Earth orbit before moving forward to surface landings. Now, NASA has said that they're going to be doing a lot more launches. This stuff is supposed to go on very quick. This was before the Blue Origin thing that just happened, right? They're supposed to be like not waiting another 50, 60 years before they do a launch again. right? Or major launches. So to try to get to the moon. So I don't know if this Blue Origin thing is gonna hold this back, or they're just gonna move on, go to SpaceX, or what's gonna happen. But Artemis 4, planned for 2028, will feature the actual first humans again landing on the moon, but first time humans will land on the south pole of the moon. As long as they don't use, what's the other rover that tipped over and fell twice? I felt so bad. I felt bad for that company. That was crazy. I haven't even heard anything from them. Is it bad that I feel bad that I'm laughing at that? But, I mean, at least there was no people in there. So NASA is aiming to launch these missions roughly once a year. So they have to do this one for 2027, whether Blue Origin or not, right? Mick Pletcher? Yeah, why not choose SpaceX? Because they've been dominating. Oh, okay, you think they have a better hand on the lunar craft. Yeah, okay. Do you guys see the planes on the scope cam? All kinds of planes. You guys can see that right here? You see that? It's going right there. This is not a star. You see that moving? Okay, Mick. You know what? Guys, you know what? I might stay on here till we have any trails. If I point my scope west, one of them west, which is a horrible area of the sky for me because of really wild light pollution that way, we won't get to see any cool object, but we might see a lot of star trails. Debating if I should do that. I'm asking AI, why do I have so much light pollution west? Which airport is that way? It's not Los Angeles. Okay. Adrian, I would have to agree with you. On my Dwarf Mini, I have very few stacked fails. Very, very, very few. Very few. I can have, what did I do the other day too? Look at that plane. Look at that plane. Look at that plane up there. You see that? You guys see that? I was doing M51 on Dwarf Mini, and it can go on for a long time with barely any, you know, dropped stacks. I might have to stay on here till we see a very prominent satellite trail tonight, or aircraft trail. Any aircraft. Mick, this is wild stuff. Are you serious? I mean, can you... I feel bad. There's another aircraft. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. I feel bad for those people out there that live near that. I mean, that must have been really scary, but... The Blue Origin explosion is a giant setback. That's it. They can't reuse. They would have to build everything. Rebuild everything, right? Yes, yes. That's what I was reading. That's what I was reading, Stealth. I couldn't say that any better. I couldn't say that any better myself. That's exactly it. All right, guys. Let's hit the like button. We've got 18 likes, but about 40 people watching. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. That, I'm wondering, like, is that a whole team's fault? Like a whole team? Or is that like one person, a few people? What could have gone wrong? Like, I mean, will we ever really know the whole truth behind that? I'm sure something will be released, but that is just wild stuff. I mean, it's literally rocket science, you know? I mean, it's hard. It's hard. That's an interesting thought, Jim. That is an interesting thought. I'm going to stop M51 right now, and I'm going to jump to another target. Oh my goodness. Stealth, are you serious? This is right now again? This is amazing. Oh man, that is awesome. Thank you so much. M3? Where is M3? This is a little bit more east. I've been doing more south. I gotta get something west, guys. I've been doing south, and even though there's been so many... Oh my goodness, we just got another donation. $25 donation because someone just bought 5 coffees. Oh my goodness. Guys, those of you that are becoming channel members, first of all, thanks to Stealth gifting. If I might try to do more of those pre-stream pre-shows or pre-shows prior to the regular live, so we can talk about what objects we're going to image that night. So you will be joining those, you'll be able to see those streams. Thank you so much, Stealth, for donating, for gifting 10 memberships tonight. And we had someone donate right now also. Jim, I believe that might have been you. It's an anonymous one. I'd have to go in and check. Thank you so much, Stealth. Another donation. We've got some wild donating tonight. Thank you. Wow, why does M3 look so blurry right now? You heard over 100 miles away? I mean, can you imagine if you live just like 10 miles, or I don't know what's the closest homes to there? Like, I saw someone was posting from like a restaurant or something where they could see it very clearly. I mean, they were far. Obviously, it's far. But they could see the whole thing and they were just filming it. That is just crazy. Like, I don't know how many miles away is the nearest house, or like... Jim, thank you so much for your donation. There's the moon coming up. Where's west? This is making me wonder, is it even gonna, where is TCRB right now? Where is it right now? East, Corona Borealis. Like I was mentioning earlier, expected to go boom, explode in June. I want west right now. I might have to just point wherever west for a little bit. Oh, Regulus is there. I literally can hear a helicopter right now. Oh, whoa. Guys, that's falling. Guys, that looks like a plane falling or something. Wait, can you guys see that on the scope cam? I'm sorry, guys. What is that? Wait, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to scare anyone. Hold on. It was covered on my scope cam on the right, but something was bright orange falling really, really fast right here. There's a plane right there. Something was extremely bright, and did my camera record that? I'm sorry, because I had it like this. I thought you guys could see that. I could see it on my... I can see the full... This is like my security cam. Unless it was like... But I mean, that never happens out here. A meteor or something. It was very, 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 very bright. Okay. It's really scared me because it was very, very bright orange red and just like zooming down like really, 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 really fast. Way faster than when you see when I see the planes. I thought something was falling. Okay, I don't know what that was. But okay, let me move. But I didn't want to put my scope cam so tiny, but if I would have had it all like this, then okay, let me just keep it like this. Oh, this is a very random target then. M44? Random choosing there just because it's west. And look at this, looks nice. Okay, I missed some stuff on the chat. Yes, the S50 Pro is coming next. End of the year is what we expect. Guys, what is that object? M44? I literally just kind of, if you notice, I just pointed it there without really thinking about it. I just wanted something west to try to get these star trails. Oh, it's the beehive cluster. It's very low. Why does it seem so low? I guess it is pretty low. Wider field of view with the S30 Pro. Okay, Bob, you had 60 stacked, but 31 eliminated. Okay, 31 eliminated. That's a lot. And you're close to airports. You know, I am definitely in the path of more than one airport, but I don't really have that many issues with stacked fells, so I don't know what to think. For me, at least. That is some wild stuff. Yeah, I am very curious now, like, okay, what do you think will, I'm gonna do a poll. Oh, Space Girl, welcome to becoming a channel member. I saw you just signed up earlier and I just saw that. Thank you for signing up and being a channel member. I have been actually curious about you guys with this whole thing, what you guys thought about this whole Blue Origin thing, because I know this community. I'm like all of you have to be probably into it, or you know, probably pay attention to space news as much as I do, because yeah, why not? Bob? Bob, you posted. Where did you post, Bob? Is this in the Discord? All the aircraft trails were eliminated. Where are you located, Bob? Can you see, are you able to go into your album and see all the trails, like if you saved each frame? All the stacked fells with the trails. Does that make sense? Say that 10 times fast. Stacked fells with the trails. But what about budget too? Would it be crazy expensive? Okay, Bob's in New Jersey. Oh yeah, okay. Gotcha. southwest. Where is Leo triplet tonight? And I'm just thinking now too that NASA has stayed quiet, right? With this whole thing that happened, like they haven't said anything. Besides, all I read was that NASA was investigating or something. Has NASA said anything? Bob, you said you can't see the trails. Okay. Okay. Oh, you posted in Facebook. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, I don't, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen with NASA. I haven't heard anything, and I'm sure they're talking with them. You know, it's funny because Jeff Bezos said like, oh, you know, he made it seem like, oh, things happen and we're gonna move on and we're gonna keep going, right? I think he just means in general for his company. That may not necessarily mean for, right? Maybe with NASA, but he just made it sound so simple, like, oh, we rebuild, we move on, like, this is what we do or something. And I'm just like, wow, that sounds so easy. But yeah. Coconut, I was mentioning earlier that I had two big news about Dwarf. And I'll go ahead and mention it again for those of you that are maybe just now joined or didn't catch earlier. What I mentioned was that the Dwarf Lab team confirmed they are working on doing a satellite or airplane trail elimination feature as well, arriving within the next 3 months, within 3 months. So, and that's for their mega stack for star trails. So I'm not sure if that's going to include their regular stargazing or image stacking, but for star trails, aircraft eliminating feature, which is now making me wonder, is that feature on when we do star trails? It should be. Now that's funny if Seestar doesn't have it for the star trails. I haven't checked. But another news is that they said they're working on their API to have a native Windows app and Mac OS app. Did they give a timeline? Did I say a time? I wrote all this down because this was during their most recent live stream. They did a live stream recently. They said, okay, by the end of the year, they're working on an updated API. They anticipate control for Windows and for Mac OS. There's the blow dryer Galaxy, right? M100, am I wrong? Am I right about that? Is it blow dryer? Which one is blow dryer? Is that M101? M100, okay. That's it. M100 blow dryer. We're gonna check again. Aircraft eliminating is on. It stays on when you switch objects. Auto dynamic background extraction does not stay on, so I have to turn it on every time. I want to check my security camera, guys, because of what happened earlier, my other security camera, because this is my scope cam, what I was mentioning earlier, when I was flipping out, what I was seeing, that bright orange flash in the sky, that was like falling really quickly. I want to check my security cam now. Maybe that one caught something. But it's motion activated, so I'll have to check that out later. I don't think it caught anything because I'm not recording 24/7. I actually started even Googling on the local news right now because I thought that was very weird. Okay. Let me check the poll. Let me check the poll. What are you guys thinking? How many votes do we have? I can't tell. Let me see. I literally, my poll moved to another screen. I have 3 screens up. Hold on, guys. Before I end the poll last minute now. Oh, this is funny. I can't move my screen. Okay, here we go. Let's end the poll. Oh! I was not expecting that. Most of you think NASA should or might, not should, just you think NASA will keep Blue Origin. Huh. I think they would because of budget. Now Blue Origin should just do it for free. How much did they pay Blue Origin? I'm reading this report right now that says, this was before the whole explosion thing. It said that NASA awarded Astro Lab is another one that is helping them with all these, you know, all these different companies. There's some other smaller companies that are also going to be helping them with the Artemis mission. Doing, like, there's another company doing the space suits too for the astronauts. I believe it's called Axiom, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, NASA awarded this other company called Astro Lab $219 million, and another company called Lunar Outpost $220 million to build and deliver the first phase of LTVs, Lunar Terrain Vehicle. So this is from the NASA .gov website, their news release. This is from just a few days ago, May 26th. But this must have been right before the whole explosion thing with Blue Origin. But they're using several companies. Of course, the big ones is just Blue Origin and SpaceX, but you know, if they're going to use any of those. But they are spending an insane amount of money on smaller companies too. So to deliver rovers, guys, have y'all seen any star trails? We're still waiting. We're still waiting. To deliver rovers to the moon's South Pole region, NASA awarded Blue Origin $188 million. 188 million. Okay, with an option period worth 280.4 million for 2 task orders, which includes an option period based on initial phase performance. This was before the explosion. That's the news. So based on initial phase performance, NASA can then choose to extend the task order for payload delivery. Based on performance? What about performance before anything happened, like right now? They need to get to the core of what happened, yes. Mick, I'm wondering that too. I heard about that. Yes. And you know, that was my second thought. My first scary thought was like a plane. Like but I'm like, no. That stuff just doesn't happen. You can actually see a plane right now, right here. You see that? But okay, you see this right now? Very, very, very slow, right? I mean, relatively slow. But the one I saw, I'm not exaggerating when I say it was right up around here. And it was about this fast. If I can just move my cursor, it was like this. It was pretty fast. It went so quick, very bright, kind of orangey color. Reddish orange, I would say orange, maybe a hint of yellow or something, mainly orange. But I didn't hear anything. There goes another plane right here. Just passed right here. I didn't hear anything, but while that happened, I was hearing a helicopter super loud passing like right at top. We have a lot of helicopters that pass around here too. It's crazy. All kinds of aircrafts. So I don't know. Maybe I feel like I would have heard it if it was I don't know. I literally keep refreshing the local news online to see if there's like anything. Yeah, Adrian, there aren't any, you know, and those other smaller companies, they're doing other stuff. They're not building rockets. They're like doing the spacesuits and doing the rovers and doing all this other stuff. Who else could they really go with? Coconut is saying it was a comet. Maybe that, I mean, that would be the first out here. I mean, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Yep. France. Yes. Yep. I agree. It's just wild. We'll see what NASA's gonna say about this, but all kinds of what is it? Those social media influencers and stuff are talking about it nonstop. People who do space news, what's gonna happen? But NASA hasn't come out to say anything. But I'm sure they will. They have to. I'm sure they will soon. It's been only a few days since that happened, so. But it's funny because on the news, because NASA hasn't come out to say anything yet, but on the news, they just keep saying, "Oh, this could throw the whole Artemis program into question," and I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't know about that, but that, I mean." Are they gonna, you know, who knows what's gonna happen? Well, I'm sure we'll hear something soon. I feel like NASA now is not gonna want to stop any more launches though. Like they keep saying this new NASA administrator, like we want to do launches like every year, big launches. So I think they might. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel like it's not. I don't think they're gonna stop completely the space program, but that's just my personal opinion, because they're promising a lot. Even though I'm still worried about these people that are supposed to land on the moon in 2028. I mean, I was super worried about the Artemis 2 mission, but everything turned out great. Really, really well. Yeah. Yes, Adrian. And how quickly can they even rebuild that? Is that another galaxy there? Next to Blow Dryer? I think so. Ignored 5 out of 59. And how's my other one? Ignored 9 out of 30 on Sombrero. I agree with you, Bob. The talking heads creating extra drama. This might not be visible for me. 2 north. I can't really see north that well. You know what I didn't try yet? On the S50 at least. Markarian's chain is wild. I feel like I couldn't see anything on that on the S30 Pro. At least I would have to really keep it on there for a long time. We would have to be too patient to see anything. I keep thinking that had to have been a comet. I can't stop thinking about what I saw earlier, guys. That had to have been some meteor or something. Earlier, what I saw, that was wild. I don't know if we can see the moon. Let's see. It's Where's my sky guide? There it is. There's the moon. Oh, wow, wow, that was cool. Guys, I feel like I want to really quick switch to star trails, but just to What a beautiful, beautiful moon. I want to switch to star trails just to really quick to see if that aircraft elimination thing is on. I'm so upset that my camera was blocking. So I purposely had put it where all of this was being blocked. Earlier I had this so we couldn't see that whatever I think was a meteor earlier. I did that on purpose because of this light is so annoying on it, and I covered like half of this right here, and that's where I saw that thing falling, that streak. But all I see now is planes, 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 planes. I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna keep this whole view always open. But I could see it on my other screen, because on my screen, I have 3 screens right now while I live stream. And one of them has the scope cam big. I can see the whole thing. So I didn't realize that you guys could not see that for that moment or whatever during that time. Yeah. I was thinking it could take a year, but I'm no launch pad specialist, but I was like, could it take a year maybe? But maybe if they're gonna hurry up, work like crazy to try to. Yeah, you're saying 6 months. Let's see what happens. M81 and M82, that's what you know what? I don't think I can see that, but I can try. But I don't think. Wow. Let me try, but that part of the sky is very difficult for me. Markarian's chain is, all the galaxies are popping out right now. Bortle 8, guys. Bortle 8. Thank you for your patience. We are in Bortle 8. And I'll try it, but I don't think we can get this. Way too north. I really don't think so. What did we do earlier? We did M100, and then, which was blow dryer. M101 is the pinwheel. That one is rough for me too, in Ursa Major. M101. I don't think I'll be able to catch this one right now. M81, M82, Bodes and Cigar. I got you, Bob, yeah. Look at all these. Oh, you can kind of see the moon now right there in the scope cam. It's right here. It's been rising since like 8:30 or so. Since about an hour and a half ago. Now it's right there. I have a feeling my Seestar is pointing at a building. My S30 Pro. It's trying too hard. Can't see anything. Okay, hold on, guys. I want to check. Are we gonna have the star trail eliminations here? Oh, there we go. Pointing to the roof. Star trails. I'm not gonna do star trails right now, but I want to see if the aircraft elimination thing is on. Jim, my elevation, it's like 0. Like the town where I live, like where I live. Guys, there is no, for star trails, there's no, okay, this is funny because Dwarf Lab is gonna do, this is very funny. This is very, very, very funny. Dwarf Lab is gonna do aircraft trail elimination for star trails. Not confirmed about regular stacking and stargazing your deep space objects, but this is so funny that Seestar apparently doesn't have that option for Milky Way mode for the star trails. That is very funny. This is funny. My elevation, Jim, is 89 feet. Or 27 meters. I wish I was at 5,000 feet in elevation or something. But because I have my Seestars above a roof deck, it'd probably add a few more feet to that. Maybe, I don't know, 50 feet or more to that. Oh, Rose Cluster. Oh, that one is really pretty, but I think it'll look better on the Seestar S50. Where is this one? I haven't done that in a long time. Okay, hold on. I forgot about that one. Adrian, you know what? That's probably true because they want, you know, Dwarf wants to release a more professional grade. They said, I mean, they said it themselves. They said professional grade scope. And I wonder, I mean, they're working on that now because they said it already that they're going to release that. And if that comes out around the same time of the S50 Pro, that's going to be some insane competition. Yes, this will be very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. my calibration? Really? Is that why I'm having the, even though that didn't pop up last time for me? I should have done two stars before I started, like synced 2 stars like I usually do before I started. Does that have anything to do with anything? But that is what I usually do. The Mini is, yeah, so it's the same, I think different sensors, but the same aperture, 30 millimeters. Let me double check that. I thought it was different sensors. It is different. It is different. Okay, let me make sure I'm getting accurate news here. Accurate information. Yeah, so this is what I just looked up. But they are both 30 millimeter. The moon is right there, but there's some trees there. And it wanted me to calibrate, but it found it very quick. Okay. Why this? Is it near the moon? I'm gonna guess this is why. Wait. This is why it looks so bad. It's right above the moon. It's like right. It's not far enough away from the moon, I think. It's like above, but I mean it's... I'll let you guys look at that. What do you think? This is M5, what we're looking at right now. And here's the moon. Do I need to do a target way away from the moon for it not to look like this? You see my S30 Pro? All blurry and weird. Let's see what the S50 does. Light pollution. I think I've asked this before, but I'm gonna ask again. Are you planning to, on a poll, I'm doing a poll. Are you planning to get the S50 Pro once it's out? It does look out of focus. Why? I think I have the what is it? execute enhancement after go to on. Oh, wait. Aircraft flying, eliminating, execute enhancement after go to is on. Stack 22, ignored 5. This is wild that we are getting no trails tonight, and we just wanted some trails. We got one earlier, closer to the beginning of the stream, and it got knocked out quick. It was very faint, but I'm hoping that we can still get. How long have I been on? Almost 2 hours. And near several airports, so many aircraft flying around towards the south, but I'm not pointing the Seestar that way, but you guys have seen it on the scope cam, all the air, like you can see all the flashes of the aircraft, but I want more, either satellites or something more prominent, like those really thick ones. Oh, one time, can I open up my photos album here? Why is my S30 Pro so out of focus? Let me show you guys this. Can I show it to you guys? My photos library. This is what I want to see. Can I move this? Can I move this? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Talk about very, very prominent satellite trail. I want to see something like that, and I want something that bad to get removed. Wow, this is wild to me. Why is my S30 Pro, all my other imaging was fine. Okay, you know what? That's all right. This is what I'm gonna do now. Did I forget to turn on my anti-dew? Oh, I forgot, I think, on both of them. I just turned it on. Oh no. I'm gonna have to clean my lens tomorrow or something. Rose cluster literally does look like a rose. It has a very peculiar shape, like it's like it has spiral arms or something with these stars, if we leave it on long enough. But it's been a long time since I did this one. It's a really, really pretty one. The selling point being yeah, the star trails are pretty cool. But I'm disappointed that they didn't put the aircraft illumination on the trails. That's kind of funny. I haven't done that in a while in the live stream. I did do it when it first came out. You know what? Stealth, I should have restarted it. That was look at this now. It's not even out of focus for M13. That was very weird. That was so weird. Maybe I should have restarted. Kavik is saying they both have the same sensor, IMX662. I thought it was IMX585 for the Seestar S30 Pro. Oh, the S30. I'm sorry, the S30. I gotcha. The S30, not the Pro. Immediately I see S30 and I'm thinking Pro. Yes. Gotcha. Gotcha, Don. Yes, that's it. Good morning to you from Germany. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Any last minute votes? Only 12 votes and 37 people watching. Can we get a little bit more votes? Remember, this is totally anonymous. You know what, Adrian? So with the Dwarf Mini, I think it has better focusing than the S30 Pro. I don't know. I feel like if you compare my streams, my live streams of the when I first got the S30 Pro, what was I doing? I think I was doing S30 Pro comparing with S30. And I noticed that for some reason the S30 had better focusing. And I feel like the S30 Pro, I don't know what it is. I feel like something is off with focusing or something. And I'm not talking about because of what we just saw right now, but I remember, I do think there's something a little bit weird. I don't know if they can fix that with the firmware update, but or if there's something up with the sensor, or I don't know, the camera. I don't know. Have you guys noticed that? I feel like, and I remember doing those streams where I was doing S30 versus S30 Pro, and some people were saying the S30 looks better, but the S30 Pro had that richer color because of the sensor is upgraded. It had better colors on nebulae, but I I think the S30 is just fine, and it looks good. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying about, are you planning to get the S30 Pro? Last call, 3, 2, 1, ending the poll. The majority of you will be getting the S50 Pro once it's out. Oh, I just remembered what I wanted to mention. And I mentioned this in my pre-stream show. Before this stream, I had a pre-show, a little mini pre-show for channel members. And I mentioned that some people think that ZWO is no longer doing or giving enough support or updates also for the S50. But do you know that the aircraft eliminating feature is available on your S50? As you can see, we do have that on. I showed you guys already. We do have that on, but that feature is available. There are, when some firmware, these firmware updates, some of them will have specific things just for the S30 Pro. While that is true, that's mainly because of the Milky Way, all these little things for Milky Way, right? But normally all the other things that aren't just S30 Pro, just for the S30 Pro, they are still, the updates still run, and bug fixes and all that stuff still help the S50. Your S50 is still getting updates. You for instance still have what I think is the best update for this most recent update. You still have your aircraft elimination feature on your S50. So don't think that ZWO has kicked the S50 to the curb. And I think even when, this is my opinion about once the S50 Pro is released, I do think that those of us that keep the S50, we will still have bug fixes and all that stuff for the S50. I think no matter what, they'll still be giving some support for that. I don't see them not doing the improvements, bug fixes, and if certain little other features come out. For instance, Star Trails should have aircraft elimination feature as well. You know, I think they will add it for the S50, not just for the S50 Pro. Chance wants to sell his Seestars. Tell us why. Please do tell. Matt, thank you for joining. Look at that bright moon. You're hoping to get one of them. That's great, Matt. Matt, you know what? Let me put something in the chat if you're planning to get. If you're planning to get. Give me a second here. I'm gonna send something here in the chat. I'm not sure which scope you're gonna get. I know you're talking about the Seestars apparently, but if you are thinking about Dwarf Lab has provided those that use the link in the description or use the code Astro Room at checkout for any dwarf, like if you get the Dwarf Mini, which is the most affordable smart telescope right now, and it's the world's smallest smart telescope. It's more affordable than the Seestar. But if you're thinking about the Dwarf, if you use that link with that discount code that's on there, it'll be automatically applied at checkout. You can get a 5% discount. Guys, I found these space news. I want to show you. Where can I bring this up? But I don't want to miss out on a trail. Watch us get a trail, aircraft trail. I'll try to pay attention to my Seestars while I show you guys this. Actually, let me make this smaller. So this company, Axiom, they are the ones working on the Artemis lunar space suits for 2028, I guess, 2027, 2028. I think a lot of people haven't heard of this company. I know I had not heard of this company, but I thought that was interesting. And their goal is to have the suit ready by 2027. So let me see if I can look up. I don't want to miss a trail. Let me see if I can look up how these suits look and if they look cool. Spacesuits for Artemis. The next generation, this is their website, Axiom Space, the next generation spacesuits. Revolutionary design is what they're saying. Better safety, design for every mission, better mobility. So that is definitely better mobility. I don't know if they would need to do that while they're up there, but, you know, in case you gotta do the splits, there you have it. I wonder how much NASA paid for this. But that is very interesting. So they're not even, these spacesuits aren't even ready. I mean, this sounds kind of scary. Like, I just mean like they have to be ready by 2027. And I guess for them to use it then on the 2028 mission to the moon. But why this particular company, I don't know. I would like to like do a little bit more research on it. I've never heard of this company, but I mean, it's not like there's just companies, a million companies out there to choose from that are building spacesuits, so. $7787 is saying they love their Dwarf Mini. I do really love the Dwarf Mini too. It surprised me in so many ways. Yes, you can connect to Nina to use Seestar. That is true. That is a good question. I don't, you know what? I don't know. Besides the fact that I think they say they're very difficult for them, at least when they're doing, what is it, those spacewalks on the space station and they're fixing stuff outside. I know they say it's extremely difficult to do anything. The mobility is very difficult, but you know, if stuff already works, why reinvent the wheel? So I get what you're saying, but it's all about, I think, mobility. And I thought at first it was just to make them look more modern or cooler, like the way SpaceX suits are. But I guess it seems like it's not about making them look cooler, or more modern. They look the same, but they want them for better dexterity, mobility, flexibility. So what I'm reading on this article, it says increased flexibility for specialized tools and protection against extreme lunar conditions. Improved safety. They're calling that the next generation spacesuit. Have we seen any trails? Yeah, I don't know how they feel very comfortable about having this. I'd never heard of this company, but I don't know. How do they... Nothing's been proven, but at least what they've used for Apollo missions is proven. And now they're going to go to an even scarier place because it's the South Pole of the moon, which is really, really risky after not having been back to the moon in like over 50 years, right? They're going to go to the lunar South Pole, where no man has gone before. And they want to go there because there's trapped water ice. And so now you're going to use some suit that's never been used. I don't know. It's like, nothing is proven. I don't know. I'm assuming they test this in very extreme conditions, the most extreme conditions they can think of on Earth that can mimic lunar environment. I don't know. Bigfoot might live there, according to Don. What are they gonna find in that South Pole? So water and ice resources, that's why they want to go there. It sounds like... Okay, guys, this is okay. Let me just show you guys this. And I don't want to cover up almost anything. Hold on, I'm scared that we're gonna miss something good. And when I mean good, I mean the trails of satellites. This is hilarious that we've only had one trail earlier. Okay. Why the lunar South Pole? Water and ice resources. This is interesting to me. Right here. They are cold traps for frozen water, which can be extracted for drinking, breathing, or converted into rocket propellant. Okay. Interesting. And you know, the lunar... Let me turn this off. I want to make sure we don't miss anything. The lunar... That whole building... Okay. This blew my mind. On the last NASA live stream when they talked about, we've chosen Blue Origin for this and that, right? For the lunar rovers landers thing for the next mission. NASA literally said, we want to put tons of what's the exact wording that he used? It was the administrator, Isaac, what's his name? He said they're gonna, I forgot how many pounds and pounds of payload, like all kinds of, like they're gonna build like a mini, it was like a mini city. It sounded like that to me. It was like so many things are gonna be taking up to the moon, planting there. So that way from there, right, they want to go to Mars. I don't know about that whole Mars thing. Sounds so fun in my sci-fi mind. It sounds so exciting, but it also sounds, to me, I'm like, it's too much. It's a one-way ticket. I'm just thinking about the people that are risking their lives on this. Can we really do this? Like, can they really do this? Okay. But let's just stay on the moon for now. They want to put so many things. I want to look up the news article. They want to put so many things on the moon. Like, there's like a whole diagram of all this complex engineering that they're going to do. And it's like they're building a city on the moon. A permanent moon base. But I'm looking it up right now because I know they mentioned a number of like how much, I don't know, I don't want to use the word acre. If anybody remembers or if anybody saw their press conference, let me know. How much like lunar surface area they want to cover with all the stuff they're going to be taking up there and just building all, you know, the base there. The lunar base. So they can live and work there and just be there. Anyway, this is gonna be very wild. That I mean, how it's not even easy to extract water from the earth today with machines, and then they want to do that on the moon. They want to extract water. They want to study it. There's so many things. There's so much logistics to this. This is when they really do that moon mission. If they're still going to do it for 2028, imagine, you know, if with the whole with using Blue Origin, if that's still going to go for 2028, and if nothing's been backtracked because of the explosion. This is going to be the biggest thing since... This is going to be way bigger than the mission that just happened with Artemis 2, which was incredible. But that is... landing on the moon again, humans landing on the moon again, that is going to be... If people weren't into space before, this is going to have the whole world watching even more. Way more than, I'm telling you, so many people didn't even know about this past mission at all. But with this one, it's going to be wild. Mars is so risky. It sounds, like I said, it sounds cool in my mind and very fun and sci-fi for a movie, for a Hollywood film, but I don't know about real life. Blue Origin can't even get things into space consistently. This is not... You know what? I'm going to go to their website right now. Have they mentioned anything else? On their web... I doubt it's going to say anything. I doubt it's going to say whoops on their website right now. No, they don't say anything. They don't say anything. I just briefly checking. News, let's see news. The latest, no. No. Oh. Okay, they just said all they're saying is we experienced an anomaly during a hot fire test on May 28th. This is the huge explosion. All personnel have been accounted for. We already knew this. We will provide updates as we learn more. That's it. That's all they're saying. Debris from our... Okay, here we go. This is the Blue Origin website, guys. Debris from our recent hot fire anomaly may wash ashore in the coming days or weeks. If you encounter any debris, do not touch it or approach it. May 30th. We have regained some access to the launch complex and are actively investigating the hot fire anomaly. We will start cleaning the pad soon. We have a good rebuild plan in place. The booster and GS2s in the integration facility, I'm not sure what that is, in the integration facility appear healthy from quick looks. Okay, this is what I meant by earlier when I felt like Jeff Bezos was like, oh yeah, this and this happened, we're gonna move on, we'll rebuild, we'll get going. He made it sound so easy. That's what that seems like also from reading that. Stealth is saying much harder to land on the South Pole due to extreme crater-strewn terrain. Yes. Okay, and think about the Intuitive Machines lunar rover that landed and it fell. That was twice. But Apollo didn't have that problem. Right? Okay, so whatever they're going to use now to land on the moon, Artemis, right? Artemis will be the one, the Orion, what is going to land exactly on the moon? Okay. Because they're using Blue Origin, or from the last thing we heard, for the rovers that are going to be on the lunar terrain, right? But okay. Anyway, let's keep going with what you said. So harsh lighting distorts depth perception, difficult orbital mechanics, and limited direct communication with Earth. Yeah, everything's going to be delayed. We saw that during it's always delayed. We just saw that too on Artemis. It's always like that with Apollo, with the Artemis 2, delayed communications. I mean, hopefully there's no emergency. Like, anything can go wrong. Artemis 2 did amazing though. Way better than what probably a lot of people thought. Way better than what I thought. But imagine this now. They're going to land. They're not like, you know what, let's just try the safe area where we know again, since we haven't done it in over 50 years. No, they're like, no, we're going to go to the extreme. And they chose the most difficult thing. They chose the most difficult thing, guys. Like, I'm still Googling this stuff as we're talking. Interesting, Adrian. I wonder, because of Starlink. Okay, that's interesting because they're launching. Is NASA going to use it though? Will NASA, or I don't know. They all just need to work together with this stuff. Easier said than done. Can we get some 4K moon landing videos? Yeah, Chance, that's what we were talking about earlier in the stream. Blue Origin, like we've been talking about this. It's wild. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that Blue Origin hasn't said more stuff. Because when was the thing? It's been how many days? It's crazy. All I have to do is Google Blue Origin blow up and it'll... That was when? That was on May, let's see the exact date, 27th, 26th? May 28th, excuse me, May 28th. And tomorrow is June 1st, right? Or already for some of you, it's June 1st. I'm thinking we're gonna get some news this week, something, because I'm sure they're investigating like crazy. They probably already know everything, but they have to be very careful with what they're gonna say. This has been the longest live stream in a while, guys. Almost 2.5 hours because we're waiting for trails. All right, folks, we'll have to do this another day again. I'm actually getting some clouds back there. Let's take a quick look at the moon before I go. We'll have to do this again because trust me, we will get trails. And I even tried maximizing my chance of using this trail removal thing by using 2 Seestars because I was going to do Dwarf Mini. Finding the moon. Thanks for joining, Stealth. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you, Jim Carter and Stealth, for your donations. Thank you also, Stealth, for the channel memberships you gifted. I think like 20 channel memberships. Thank you to those that signed up for a new channel membership today on their own. Space Girl, for instance. And thank you to all channel members, Jim Carter, Stealth, Pete Marshall, Richard Rojas, Frank Rainey, Bruce, Texas Arch Drone Guy, George Hansen, Craig Campbell, Adam, Antolek, ProCSV, Doug, Neon Blowfish, Ted Severns, Stephen Dyer, Neon Blowfish and Space Girl. And Tulio Gans just recently joined as well. Kavik, we just saw a star trail during stargazing. I'm not sure, is that what you're saying? We just saw it earlier in the stream. We saw a trail. So my understanding is you see the trail and then you see it go away. And someone else posted that in the Discord. I believe it was Don, that he had a trail and then it discarded. Those of you who have been doing the star trail eliminating feature too, let me know. But we do see the trails during stargazing, and then they're eliminated. It discards that frame. Thanks for joining, everyone.